Hey, good morning. Captain Bob here in the old garage. Well, a new day, a new little project. Well, not a new project. We're still working on boat bar 105. Yeah, I'm working on a swim platform, and I wanted to show you what we're doing as far as the supports go for that platform. We got to put on the transom section first, and then bring our port and starboard sides flush up to it, and that sort of thing. So that's the first thing on the agenda. But let me show you, take you over to the drill press, show you what we're doing. It might be easier to look at these two over here on the sander. So what we got going here, if you look real close, let me see, can you see that? I don't know, let me flip that around. So if you look real close here, I got a little mark. I actually measured up 2 1/4, and then what I got to do, I got to drill a hole here. I drill a hole through here, and then so I can mark where it comes on the transom. I'll show you that in a second. So these are going to actually get bolted to the transom. If this was our transom here, this will get bolted right up to the transom. So we're going to have to put a screw in from the outside here, and then we've got to go on the inside of the bar, and we've got to put a screw in through the back part of the bar into this transom swim platform support member. So it's a little bit tricky trying to get everything to line up, but one of the things that's important is that this hole that we're going to drill, we have to drill that hole perpendicular to the bottom here, which is actually going to be the surface of the transom itself. So because we're going to want to pull this member in right up tight to the transom. So that's what we're going to do. So we got this set up over here on the drill press, if you can see that. Hold on, let me just show you. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. So we got that set up on the drill press here. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill all the way through there and just break the surface. That'll give us, that way then we can take that drill bit out of the drill press, put it in the hand drill, run it back through this hole and put a little dimple, a little hole, pilot hole, on the face of the transom so that we know where to drill that all the way through. So that's the plan. Sometimes the plan works good, sometimes not so good. But that's the plan. So we got one hole to put there, and I will drill those, and then I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. Adios. Okay, so now we're going to get these set up, and now I got a little spacer here. The reason I got that little spacer there is because I really don't need this for support. All it's going to do is to keep this face here up off the floor when it gets to its final destination. I just don't need it to sit on the floor or drag on the floor or scratch the floor, that kind of thing. So we're just going to set that up. Let me see, I got to make sure this is square. All right, so that is not good. All right, so now where's my drill? I'm going to hold 3 things, and then I got to grab the drill. So whatever, we'll figure it out. So, just like that, you know what, a little bit of a hiccup here. I got to move the bar back because the drill, I can't get the drill perpendicular to the transom. All right, try it again, let me see. All right, that goes there. Put this up to hold it perpendicular. Okay. Need an extra hand here. All right, now, yeah, gotta get a shorter, I have to do this way. I have to do this way. All right, there we go. Now all set. Alright, so now we got that hole transferred there. We will do the same to this side over here. So I'm only doing the two outer ends. Does that make sense? Only doing the outermost supports right now. The reason being is that number 4. Yeah. So the reason is that I'll mount these two supports, outermost supports, then I'll get the swim platform, I'll lay it up on there, and then 2 intermediate supports, I'll bring those up to the underside, just in case there's some little wave action or whatever, or that if the swim platform isn't exactly perpendicular or exactly flat. All right, so let me see, I got the drill, I got this, all right. So this goes right here. I'm going to hold this like that, okay. And then so we got that. Now what we're going to do, what we're going to put in here, we're going to put an insert, a brass insert. We'll probably use it's a 1/4-20. We could use 5/16. I think we'll use 1/4-20 insert right here. That'll go into the transom. So then we'll put a bolt through this and then in the insert. And then similarly we'll put an insert up into this portion of the swim platform support, and then we'll drill a hole and then put the bolt from the inside of the bolt bar. A bolt will go and tighten into this insert. So that's the plan. I'll get the insert squared away, and then we'll take a look at that. So I will be back in a few minutes. Adios. Okay, so over here what we're doing is I'm drilling using a Forstner bit. I'm drilling a 5/8 diameter hole into our platform support, so that'll kind of hide the head of the bolt, the screw. You can see here this bolt, and that bolt will fit right nice in there. And then I've got to drill this out a little over 1/4 inch so that the bolt will come through there. I drilled this first one, and because this surface is radiused a bit, I had a little trouble holding on to the frame here, and my Forstner bit isn't exactly centered on the pilot hole here. So what I did on the second one that I drilled, I used this little vise here to hold this in place while I was drilling it so it wouldn't wobble around. That definitely helped a lot. So then you got to be real slow starting this thing off, because otherwise it'll wobble around, and well, it'll wobble around and you're not going to get that Forstner bit exactly centered in the hole. So we'll drill one more here, and then I'm going to the Forstner bit is nice and centered there, so that looks real good. We'll continue drilling these. I've got an appointment I've got to go to at in just a couple of minutes, so I'm going to have to leave. And I'll be back after a couple hours. So we might be able to drill one more of these before I got to go. After I get all these holes drilled, you know what? I'm gonna have to go to my appointment. I got to meet my son somewhere, so I gotta go. I'll be back after a while. Adios. Hey, Captain Bob here in the old garage. Well, been working on our swim platform all afternoon. Had that appointment. Got back about time to get back about 1, I guess, 1:15. Anyways, yeah, I just want to show you where that swim platform is at. Couple little not issues, but whatever, semi-issues, maybe. I don't know, not really. So anyways, we got our swim platform. You can see it's here sitting on the transom. I don't have it secured yet. I have these brackets. These brackets are screwed on. They're physically attached, but I don't have the actual platform itself attached to the brackets. Got a little ahead of myself. I was getting ready to glue this in place, and before I do that, I really need to sand. Let me just show you. I need to sand this contour here, get it nice and smooth. I cut this on the bandsaw, and well, there's little bandsaw markings, and it has to be sanded. So I really need to do that first, and then put a round over on this edge here, all around. And then I can go ahead and secure these to the actual platform. So I got to backpedal a little bit. I'm going to have to take these two brackets off. They were never meant to be permanent. They always were meant to come off. Because for shipping, I think we're going to have to pull this actually off the transom in order to ship this thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it apart and sand these brackets, all 10 brackets. And then I will glue this transom section on. Once I have that glued on, then I will take the remaining two platform supports, and then I will locate them. I'll actually clamp them to the bottom. Of the platform. and then I will go ahead and secure those then, or physically mount those to the transom. So that's what we got to do next. Is we got to go back and get everything sanded before we secure that. And I might actually, just looking at this now, I might actually well, I'm going to sand that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be back after I sand that. Talk to you later. Adios. Hey, Captain Bob here in the auto garage. Well, like I said some time ago, the project that evolves, things come up during the course of the build that require some modification or some changes along the way. So there's been a little issue that's been gnawing at me all afternoon. I keep justifying in my head that, well, it's going to be all right, it's going to be all right. My concern is, here's my concern. When I made all these brackets for the swim platform, they actually extend, the swim platform was to sit off the transom 1 inch. So that's right at this dimension right here. So it sits 1 inch off the off the transom itself. So my concern is that if we get somebody excited and they decide to stand on the swim platform, which we shouldn't be standing on it. It's not meant to be walked on or anything. But I'm concerned about this small area here of walnut, that if you exert a lot of pressure on this one thin member, you put a lot of pressure there, it could fracture this small joint right here. It's unlikely, but I don't want to risk it. I'm just afraid that that might be a problem. It probably wouldn't be a problem, but I'm just so afraid that get this set up and somebody gets excited and stands on this to look over the bar or something, that this is going to fracture. So, to minimize that possibility, what I'm going to do with some 1 inch material, first of all, I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch off each one of these brackets. Incidentally, I have all the brackets cut, sanded, ready to be installed. So I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off of here. And then, take a piece of, this is actually 7/8 thick, but I'll have some 3/4 stock. Take a piece of 3/4 stock, and then I'm going to glue that 3/4 stock you're seeing the picture here. I'm going to glue that 3/4 inch thick material onto this base, onto this bracket, and let it extend out past the nose here 2 inches, which will provide the additional support, or will provide additional support to this cantilever section here, and hopefully minimize the chance of this piece fracturing in the event somebody exerts a lot of pressure on it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a change. We're going to whack these all off 3/4 of an inch. So the contour of this support now, and I doubt if many people will actually notice that change, but the contour now is going to be this sweeping action here, come back, a straightaway here, and then this will be radius. It'll be a small radius right down here like this. And that'll add the additional support to that swim platform. So the project is evolving. In any event, I'm not going to be able to finish the swim platform today because I'm going to have to cut all these pieces and get them glued. So that's really the project that I want to finish today, is get that gluing done, clamp everything, so that tomorrow I can then install everything and get that part buttoned up. Then it will be a matter of sanding everything down and start laying varnish. All right, you have a good day. Adios.